I know, me too. All right, Hartford Healthcare and Charlotte Hungerford Hospital's Paramedic Intercept service was recently put into operation, a new emergency response vehicle. Here today to talk about this special vehicle is Kevin Ferrarati, Senior System Director of Emergency Medical Services at Hartford Healthcare. Welcome.
Thanks for having me back.
Great to have you back. So Charlotte Hungerford Hospital and Hartford Healthcare just unveiled their newest medical emergency vehicle. Tell us about this.
So thank you. So about a little more than 2 years ago, we were approached by several communities in the northwest part of Connecticut to add on and add additional paramedic resources for 911 emergencies in the region. So through a pretty extensive regulatory process, we were very fortunate enough to get the approval and go ahead to put critically care trained, advanced trained paramedics working in our emergency department at Charlotte Hungerford and then actively responding to 911 emergencies now throughout Litchfield County.
All right, so Kevin, tell us, what is the mission behind the development of this brand new vehicle?
So we always speak to access, right, and getting access to patients that need it and where they are having their emergency is so critical. And so we do that a lot throughout Hartford Healthcare, but even more so now with these paramedics and with this resource of the additional vehicle, we're now able to get this paramedic in the training and the skill set needed when it matters the most in the patient's residence or at the scene of a major emergency.
All right, tell us how this new vehicle will operate with other ambulance services already in place.
So throughout Connecticut, and specifically the northwest corner of Connecticut, there are a number of community-based basic life support ambulances. So our program works very collaboratively with these services and meets the local responders on the scene of a major emergency. And if the patient's condition is serious enough, the paramedic will then join that local team and treat the patient all the way into the emergency department.
All right, tell us what areas will have access to this new emergency response and what are the benefits?
So this particular program works primarily with the communities that surround Charlotte Hungerford Hospital. We have already been called to several locations that are within and just outside of our area to some very serious incidents. So our team is critically care trained and certified, and they work directly with our physicians and nurses to take that emergency department and coordinate that care from the moment that you dial 911 all the way through emergency care and then into our hospitalization.
You guys are rapid. All right, Kevin Ferrarati, Senior System Director of Emergency Medical Services with Hartford Healthcare. Thanks for being with us and congrats on the new vehicle.
Thank you very much.